A very fat. What I want to say, you have. So, first meal of the day, we have a salmon, which is basically protein and fats only. I also ate eggs on the side. I didn't record this one, but it's basically 2 eggs. And there's no carbs because we don't need carbs. We not gonna train in the morning. We're gonna train in the afternoon, and then I'm gonna show you what I'm doing basically when I'm going to train. Then I'm eating something different in the form of shake, because then it can digest itself very quickly. But yeah, today actually, this every fish that it's fatty, it's amazing. Of course, um, tastes amazing, but it's in high calorie fish. Today actually, I think we're gonna train triceps, back, a little bit of chest. I think I'm not 100% sure, but I'm gonna take you with me, of course, to this training session, so we can like understand more about this training. And one thing which I want to say is that if you have any doubts if you're gonna grow or if you're gonna be able to build amazing body, one thing which you need to understand is that you can do it, but it only gonna depend on how much are you willing to do. Because I was talking with my friend and I wanted to go with him to the gym because I didn't see him for a long time, and he actually told me that I need to rest now for 2 weeks. Why? Because um my membership my membership just ended, and I'm gonna get multi-sport. If you don't know what multi-sport is that card from your company which will allow you to go to the basically every gym that is okay with that card. That in the law of the gym you can use that card. So basically what he want to do is wait 2 weeks until he gonna get the card, and then he gonna go to the gym. And I told him that this is insanely amazing excuse to not work out. It's simply crazy, because if you really really want to build amazing physique, you will not have any excuse. Every time you're gonna go to the gym, you're gonna love it. You're gonna just simply wanna go. Why would you not go to the place where every time you're going out you feel amazing and you are closer to your goal? But of course some people just don't want bad enough. And I hope if you're watching this, you are not this person, because there is no way you will not achieve anything in life if you really about the thing, if you focus 100%. And like, there's not really much to do, to be honest, if you want to have amazing physique. You just have to eat healthy and go and train for 1 hour and 30 minutes. Is that difficult? I don't think so. It just in the beginning you have to push yourself, because it's not gonna be easy. But if I need to pay the price of eating this food, which is 100% healthy food, unprocessed, and this is the price I need to pay for amazing body, I can do it. Because not only I will feel great after this food, I will look great after this food. And in terms of parties, all these things which doesn't matter, like, your life will not change after the party, will not. But if you are the person who is about discipline, it's about the gym or whatever, like, even if you don't really like training and you are more on the side of entrepreneur or on the side of being a salesman or whatever, I would say being jacked or something, like looking healthy, will help you out in the career. So you should really approach training with a serious thing. It's not about being look at me, I'm kid, I'm doing selfies in the mirror with my muscles. It's not really about it all the time. It's about showing something about yourself before someone will even talk to you. Because when you see jacked man, or when you see a person who really have this discipline, this discipline is showed by his body. Believe it or not, that's the truth. So to not really make this longer, I'm gonna finish eating this, and I think soon in the car we can set up. Yeah. So yeah. So today I actually was in court, and because I needed to get a file of, there is something like you was not in jail basically, and I need to go to the court in order to get this piece of paper that I was not in jail. It was for kind of business purpose. And one thing which caught my eye, it was that there was one person from Ukraine. I saw the passport he had. And finally I understood something, that I'm so lucky that I'm not in the war. I'm not in the war or anything like that. And this gives you the sense of you can't just be lazy. You can't just not go to the gym, because there are people who will switch places with you immediately. And what I want to say is that if you are the kind of person who don't have motivation, please understand, you are not making yourself like, you basically should feel shame on you, because there are so many people who they just don't have luck, which you have. And this is what I want to say. You have to train, because it's your responsibility to look great, and it's your responsibility to chase this dream of being the best possible version of yourself, because so many people can't do it. And it's not because they don't want, it's because their situation in their life looks like they just born in the worst situation. And unfortunately we don't really choose our birthplace. It's like just random, the same with our parents. But I quickly realized that I am so lucky to being in the position where I can eat what I want, I can train when I want, and I have both functional legs, hands, and functional body. And the same goes with leg day. If you just skip leg day, you should not do it, because you are a healthy individual and you should do it regardless on how you feel. So I literally understood that this guy, Ukraine passport, he could be on the other side of the country and fight for his country and die. And the guy is next to me, but he is here for maybe a few years, so he don't need to go there. And I don't want to go more into details of this thing, which is like war, this and that. My point is simply this, that so many people will make so many excuses to not train, to not eat healthy, because it's expensive, or I don't have time to cook. Like, you are just lazy, and that's it. I don't care which excuse you're gonna make. For me, this is a reason the reason you are not successful with your body is because you are lazy. And if you are on the path to make amazing body, you're training all the time and you eat healthy, then even if you don't have good body now, in few years you're gonna have. It's just a matter of time. But my main point is that you should not make any excuse, because 99% of people watching this, you have the best possible place to do whatever you want with your life. I'm not saying only about physique. You can do it with anything in life. But if you're watching this, you have internet, probably. You have, I hope, healthy body. And this kind of things which I'm recording now, it's not pure entertainment. So you really want something out of your life. You aim to have something better than just a normal life. You're thinking about growing yourself as a person, and you have everything it takes to do whatever you want. But this only gonna depend on how bad you want this. And I was talking about this in the morning when I was eating my fish in this video, and this is true. Like, I was thinking that you have to, like, when I was a kid, I was thinking that you have to, like, I don't know, have good genetics in order to look good. And maybe genetics are doing something, sure, but it's not that big as you think. And you should approach this with just don't think about genetics, that just do your thing. Just train hard, eat healthy, and all the time learn. This is very important. You have to learn and grow as a person every day. So if you're gonna learn about diet from some guy, or you just bought a course on diet or on gym training, exercising, something like this, knowledge, and you think that after buying just one course you're gonna be okay and you don't need to learn more, you're wrong. You have to all the time improve yourself, all the time, because only the person who, how to say this, if you think that you are stupid, that's great, because you're gonna learn more and more, because it's never gonna be enough for you. But if you already think that you are smart, you are the best guy in the room, you don't have to really learn more because you already know things, then you are stupid, because you will not grow, you will not make yourself better every single day. So yeah, that's basically my point of life. That's basically the point I want you to have. And before this workout, I made a shake which had carbs and protein, some fats, and banana. I will give you a recipe, or in another videos I'm gonna show you how to do it. But the main point of this shake is that you're gonna digest this food quicker, so you're gonna perform in a better way. And I think there is one thing which I had in my life sometimes. When I went to the gym, I ate carbs, I ate proteins, but in the form of rice or in the form of potatoes, whatever. I mean, potatoes I was never used before the workouts, because they are very big in terms of volume, so you're gonna feel too much full before your workout. But what I really actually think is that having pre-workout as a shake is an amazing strategy, because your body will not really feel this that much in a comparison, is that the word, of potatoes or rice. So I'm testing this one. I think it's gonna be amazing, and it's very fast. It's gonna digest very fast, and this is what we want before our workout. After the workout we can use like normal things, because it's after the workout, but we're gonna go into that later on. As of right now, we are heading to the place, and see you there. Yeah, so we started with actually incline bench dumbbell row, and the split is basically pyramid, if that makes sense. So we're starting with I have a line, but we're starting with bigger weight, less reps to get the pump going, and then we lower the weight, but we increase the reps of the weight. So in that case, we started with 30 kilograms and we are doing 27 now, 10 times if I'm not mistaken, actually 8 times, and then we're gonna do 12 times 25 kilos. And I actually would say that I would prefer to make this with wider elbows. On this recording, I could actually perform this a little bit better in terms of the technique. Yeah, another exercise we have is flat dumbbell press, and it's basically the same situation. We're starting with 35 kilograms 6 times, and then we doing 32 kilograms 8 times, and 12 times by 30 kilos. Very important thing is to have this like a bridge in your back, if that makes sense, and you want to squeeze the chest as much as possible in order to get that stimuli, because in the end this is what you want from the training. So yeah, now we're doing 32 kilograms 8 times, and like I just said, you have to squeeze the muscle, you have to give enough reason for it to maintain or grow if you're on the bulk, but you should just focus on the purely on the muscle you want to work on. Just don't try to not help yourself with triceps or any other muscle group which you don't want to, which you are not aiming for to really doing this exercise. For example, we have mainly chest, so we are focusing on chest. Another exercise we have cable row and cable row. So basically we're using the not line. I forgot the name of this thing. The main focus is of course for back. We did this. Every exercise is basically 3 sets. We have 3 sets because it's pyramid. So we are focusing more on the making sure that we're gonna get this stimulation with a lot of weight. The heavier the better, to make sure that the muscle is gonna be destroyed basically. So on this video, we are doing this. We're pulling this to our middle section of the stomach, if that makes sense. And actually, I think I should not be that maybe bend, but I got the stimuli of the back, so it's fine. Maybe it's better to actually give yourself another this thing, because then you have the range of your exercise is better. It's much better if you're gonna give yourself another strap like this to your session if you're doing this exercise. So we have this 3 times, like I just said, 12 times 8 times 25 kilos. Then we did 10 times 30 kilos, and then 15 times 30 kilos. The reason we actually grow with the weight, I put in more weight, is because I didn't feel that much tension on the muscle because the weight was too low. So I decided to really give myself something much advanced to my muscle group, if that makes sense. So sometimes if you just don't feel pump, I will advise you to add more weight, because the weight you're currently on, it's not really that challenging. Another one, we have chest supported dumbbell lateral raise. This is great exercise for shoulders because you are locked in. You can't really cheat. It's really hard for you to cheat, because when you're doing it, when you stand, you can move your back. You can like cheat. There is bigger possibility for you to cheat when you're doing something else for the shoulders. But here we have very stable position, and what I want to tell you is that you still can cheat. So what I advise you to do, and sometimes I'm doing it, sometimes I'm actually not, but it's great to pause the repetition. Pause during when you're doing this exercise. You want to pause in this direction for just few seconds and then go low, and always have your elbows straight. So don't do like ego lifting. Sometimes I'm also doing it, I'm not gonna lie. I like sometimes do the ego lifting thing, but the best thing which you can do for this exercise is have your elbows straight and pause in the middle of the exercise and control the negative, going slower when you're going back to the normal position. And now this exercise, barbell bend overall, which is overhand. I actually did this differently. I should grab like this. I should grab like this. No, I should grab like this and put to my lower stomach. Actually, I should pause a little bit as well on this exercise. So I'm grabbing the barbell to me, and we pause for a few seconds, and then we're going slowly down. And maybe the position of my back could be slightly better. I'm talking about this because, first of all, sometimes I'm doing mistakes also, but you don't need to make them if I'm gonna tell you what you can actually not do, because I did it and I see on the recordings that I could improve this, and I'm telling you what you can actually improve. Yeah, now it's much more difficult. Another one we have is flat or incline dumbbell fly. And when I'm looking at myself, I think I could go slightly lower and slightly much lower, a little bit lower with the weight, and then perform this and go actually maybe slightly slower, but the like this motion is, I think, fine. Like I just said, just go more to this side and just do this. In on the video I'm doing something like that, but we can try to do it and go a little bit lower. Like technique is very important. You will still get gains if you will just don't care that much about the technique, but I think if you're just gonna care about weight and you're gonna care about like focusing on the muscle and on the technique, you're gonna get probably better results in the gym. The last exercise what we have is the reverse pec deck. I want to say that in this gym we don't have tension here. Based on the end of the thing, when we're doing this, there's not tension in the in this machine. So this is why I'm not going fully. Those things, they're not touching itself because I would lose the tension of the muscle, which I don't want. You should all the time go for the muscle tension, and you should not really give yourself that rest during your sets, during the exercise basically. So this is for the shoulders, and like I just said, we did this 3 sets, 12, 15 and 20 times. We started with 30, then actually with 40, then with 30, then with 25 kilos. So we lowered the weight, but we increased the reps. This is the idea of pyramid. So that's basically all the exercise. In the end, I did some comparison. I was talking to the microphone, but actually, it's not. I didn't really set up it correctly, I think. So we looking like that. I think we have some fat still. So yeah, but we can improve that, and that's basically it for this section of the video. Like, I'm not gonna lie, doing something like this in the public gym, it's not comfortable if you're doing this for the first time. However, I actually think that the best life gonna be when we're gonna finally, when we're not gonna be scared about anything. So when you are not scared, you feel free. If I would be scared to record this and I will be back to home without any content, I would be really pissed off on myself why I didn't do it, why I didn't do the thing which I planned to do. And trust me, it was actually not comfortable experience. Shit. But nobody was really that bad to me. No one really said anything. So this is the reason, this is the not solution, but this is the lesson for you. Do what you are scared of, because basically people don't care. They just don't care that you're recording. Of course, if you're gonna record them, especially, they may be not good with that thing. But the point I want to make, that the session was amazing. I felt really good after the session, and that was my first time recording something like this. And I need to tell you that I learned a lot today, because basically what happened is I went to a new gym. That was different gym. I was not in my standard gym, which is in the same town but different area. And first of all, you have this freshness in your life. So if you have a possibility to go to different place, different gym, and you have money to do it, why not? You might buy a few memberships to the gyms because you just like to have this variety. This difficult word for me, but different gyms equals like much colorful life as a lifter, if that makes sense. But literally nice thing I experienced today. So I bought some things which I'm gonna explain more what I bought and why and what we're gonna do with it when I'm gonna reach home. But like, gym is like a drug. If you train, you know what I mean. After the workout, you all the time gonna feel amazing. You're gonna feel great, really. When you're gonna have this difficult time where you're gonna think people will judge me, for example, this recording thing, because in the car, like, no one is watching, it's fine, yeah. But when you're going to public place, you might struggle. You might really struggle to show yourself, kind of show that you have something different than the normal person, because it's weird to record in the gyms, in the public gyms, your workouts. Not many people are actually doing this. When you're watching YouTube, you might think that everybody is recording nowadays, but if you're going to the gym, not many people are doing it. And my mission, when I'm thinking about this, when I had this time where I was thinking, should I do it or should I back up with the recording, I would say, if the content I'm doing will and to be honest with you, when you're gonna start, it's not that bad, and when you're gonna do this consistently, you will like feel okay with it. You're just gonna get used to it. and it's not gonna be that difficult for you to do it in the future. But the thing is, gym is fantastic place, and I think I used to talk about this. I think we have to go slower because the animal is there. Deer next to us. You have to trust me on this one. And in terms of the quality, I'm literally trying to do anything I can. But the point I want to make is that why people love gym is very simple. It's because you can forget about the world.
And this is amazing situation because I think when you're drinking alcohol, you might have the same kind of thing.
Because what you're gonna do is recover for another 2 days. You're gonna have the symptoms of it's not healthy for you basically. But when you're gonna train any kind of sport, could be football, could be gym, could be basketball, whatever, you have to focus that period of time when you're training, which means that it's impossible for you to get any thoughts to your mind if you are really dived in the workout. So it's literally impossible for you to think about any problem. And I might understand kind of why people are drinking alcohol to the point that they are nearly dead after the day they're gonna drink. It's simply because they can forget about the problems, but you can do it in the gym. And it's gonna cost you £20. How much you're gonna pay for alcohol, for example? So this is the point I wanna make. I'm trying to make. Yeah. This is, by the way, the 0-calorie drink. And there's a lot of saying about those drinks. My point of this is it's not healthy for sure, and I know it might sound crazy because I'm literally drinking this and I'm talking to you. Choose sugar drink or 0-calorie drink, then go for 0 one. Of course water gonna be the best, but it's simply, someone is calling me, what the hell is going on? Yeah, my point is to go for the water always, of course. There's not bad thing that's gonna happen if you're gonna drink 0-calorie drink. And usually the people who will tell you that it's very, very bad are the people who 100% of the diet is shit. And let me tell you something. Of course water gonna be always in the first place. However, if you're eating 90% of the time healthy, this 10% of one piece of, like one slice of chocolate, 15 grams of chocolate, or drinking any 0-calorie drink will not really make this damage that much if you are 90% focused. I mean, in terms of the diet, you should approach this in a way where there is 80-90% of your diet healthy, and this 10-20% is something that you really want. So you will maintain this diet, because this is very important. You have to maintain the diet. You have to maintain the diet in order to be successful. You cannot do the number one mistake that people are doing, which is basically like, I'm dieting. Yeah, really, so what do you think? Oh yeah, this salad, it's really not nice, but when I'm gonna lose this amount of fat, then I'm gonna go back to my old food. If you're gonna do it, you just lost. You are in the loser position, because you have to make sure that you're gonna maintain the thing. If you're gonna maintain your diet, you are nearly there. Because you can train every single day, but if your diet is not on point, if you don't have this fuel in your body which you need, then you will not do much. But of course, on the other side, if there is no training, you will not grow muscles. So diet is like a tool. You have to focus on two things. You have to focus on the nutrition, and you have to focus on the training. and there is no way you will not get the body of your dreams if you will get serious in those two topics. So yeah, going to the end, we're gonna get back to home. Basically, we are very nearly home, and I'm gonna explain what I bought and the purpose of the shake, which it's actually great. Really, trust me on this one. Yeah, so actually the things we bought, it's gonna be in Polish, but it's because we are in Poland, and I'm gonna just explain it in a English language basically. So we have a salad, and this is actually nice because when you have a cut a day, you're cutting a weight. I mean the fat basically. You might give yourself a rest of the carbs in the morning. So if you will not give yourself rice and you're gonna put this one, you're gonna save a lot of calories, which you can put more into the fat. Because what you want in the rest days is to simply consume more fat. It's gonna body will understand that the glycogen and the carbs is something really rare in your body, so it's gonna use the carbs more towards muscles. So you're gonna get better experience with you're gonna get better experience with the carbs if you're gonna like do carb cycling. So in the rest days you're gonna put more fats, and in the training days of course you're gonna put more carbs. And the best way to do it is to put carbs before your workouts and after the workout, because then you can put the glycogen storage back to your body, and this way your muscles will be really amazingly, you're gonna take care of your muscles in a better way simply. This is the drink I bought, which is 0 calories. We have some hummus. This is fat sauce. I'm using this more to the sometimes eggs in the morning. We have a fatty fish, and this is more like very fatty fish. I forgot the name. Yeah, so this one is amazing. Millet flakes. This one, I'm using this for shakes. When you're gonna put like protein powder, millet flakes, 50 grams or 100 grams. Some fat sauce could be like almonds and banana, which is simple carb. And you're gonna mix it together. You're gonna absorb the nutrients for the pre-workout. It's amazing. This changed the game for me because I used to eat like normal food, which is rice and like chicken or different source of meat, but usually it was like rice. What happened is I ate rice 2 hours or 3 hours before the workout, but I didn't really feel the energy. It was like I didn't eat anything, and I was thinking about calories, but it's just impossible because I was not losing any fat. So probably what I see is the absorption of the pre-workout itself was on the level where I should maybe wait a few hours more. But with the shake, the absorption is much quicker. It's like 1 hour and a half or even 1 hour, 45 minutes, something like this. The shake will go to your body and you're gonna get the best of your session. So this is amazing. After the workout, you can of course eat, and I actually advise you to eat, especially if you're on the cut, bigger meals. So you're gonna satisfy your stomach when you're gonna go to sleep. So 100 grams of rice or 400 grams of potatoes. My favorite on the cut is potatoes because you basically gonna satisfy your stomach, because the potatoes are big volume of plate, if that makes sense. So we have that, and protein thing, 25 grams. This is more about what we have here is basically like protein from the milk. Most of it we have here. But it's actually a nice snack, something kind of sweet. We don't have much carbs here. We have purely protein, but there's not high. This is not high in calories, and it's gonna give you protein in a fast way. Of course, we have chicken, which is standard for people who are going to the gym. And another thing, we like three things which I'm gonna talk about. Yeah, so we have Helling. I don't know if I said this correctly, but a very fat dense fish which will give you omega-3. Very, very nice thing. We have a cottage cheese, which is also nice to use. Very lean source of protein. What we have here is basically like protein of the milk, and I usually try to stay away from milk protein because I have some kind of allergy to it. But when I'm gonna not eat that many of it, it's fine. It's not gonna happen that much. But if you think that you potentially have this very like intense diarrhea or something, I just don't advise you to try and play with it. Just put it away. But also we have beans, source of fiber. This is basically what I bought. That's all. And yeah, tomorrow we have actually rest day, and mainly on rest days we cutting carbs a little bit, and we trying to play with the salad and other protein-ish things. But that's basically everything I bought. So yeah, I think it was a nice day today. And I wish you, I don't know, the same. I wish you to have the same workout, the same nice, intense. Just I don't know what to say really. I'm happy that you went with me to this day, and that's basically it. Like